Hello. I'm Fox, the technical evangelist at Losant. Today we are releasing a new digital twin-like feature to help you make sense of complex environments from within your Losant application. Overall, providing an exact definition of digital twin is a lot like defining IoT itself. If you ask 10 different people, you'll get 10 different answers. For us, Wikipedia did a great job at describing how we think about digital twins. A digital twin is a digital replica of a living or non-living physical entity. We were able to create our version of a digital twin within Losant. It's called Systems, and I think you're going to be super happy with it. To help me explain, we have Brandon Kennedy, our Chief Product Officer.
Hey, Fox.
So Brandon, can you let us know what's a system and why would I use it?
Yeah, so a system at the lowest level is a grouping mechanism. So it's a way to define and create a model of a complex environment. Mm-hmm. So while our customers were able to do that before with our device tags, it wasn't very intuitive and it was kind of hard to maintain. So we created systems as a much easier way to group, model, and really define a representation of your physical world. Mm-hmm.
It was wonderful. We saw that there was a problem and just designed this feature exactly to solve that problem.
Exactly.
And then, so while you were designing it, what were the top use cases that you had in mind?
So the biggest one was what we call smart environment. So you think about a conference room, it's got a bunch of sensors in it. That room's on a floor, that floor's in a building, that building's on a campus. Mm-hmm. Then you've got that replicated dozens or hundreds of times. So modeling and creating a representation of an environment like that was a challenge that we solved with systems. The second use case was industrial equipment. So if you're a manufacturer of equipment and you are selling it globally, you could have direct customers, you could have distributors, those distributors could have customers, you've got service partners. So a way to model and understand where your equipment is and how they relate to each other and that tree of customers was an important thing we wanted to solve.
Mm-hmm. So the tree of customers, this hierarchy, it sounds like another feature that we have called experience groups. So how is systems different from experience groups as it is today?
Yeah, that's a good question. So I think we're going to find a few cases where an experience group hierarchy will look very similar, almost identical to a system hierarchy. Mm-hmm. But we're going to see a lot of cases where they're vastly different. So experience groups are an access control mechanism. It is designed to open up who is allowed to access these devices. Mm-hmm. Systems are a logical grouping mechanism. You know, where are my devices? How are they related to other devices? Mm-hmm. Putting a device in a system doesn't automatically mean some users are allowed to access it. That's what experience groups do.
Oh, nice. So I'll challenge you a little bit. This digital twin-like feature is something that you will see in other cloud providers. What makes our version a little different?
Yeah, so the major cloud vendors, their version of digital twin is really about that grouping. Mm-hmm. And we did that as well. But really where we added a lot of capability is on the data side. So not only can we group devices, we also layered on a data propagation mechanism on top of that. So not only do you want to know where your devices are, you want to know how data propagates up from the very bottom of the system tree all the way to the very top. So you as a user or a customer can get that system-wide view into your complex environment.
Nice. So today I'm a user, I want to get started with systems. What do I need to do?
So it's pretty easy. We implemented systems as just a new type of device. So when you go to create a device, you'll see system as a new option. They work just like any other type of device on the dashboards and workflows. So if you're already familiar with how to dashboard device data and trigger an alert in workflows, you'll be very comfortable with systems. The only thing we've changed is systems can be parents. So you can add children into a system, and that's how you start creating that tree structure. Oh, nice. And then its attributes are populated by calculating data automatically across its children. That's that propagation mechanism. So if you're already familiar with Losant, you can go in today, create systems, start defining the model, and then start using that information on your dashboards.
That's nice. Thank you so much for sharing your knowledge here today. As always, you can check out the documentation and the blog for more information. But as you know, we really care about your input and ideas. When they're combined with our roadmap, we can continue to build the best platform for you. If you have any questions, please be sure to ask in the Losant forums. Until next time, stay connected.